The following is a presentation of SC State Athletics.
It's the last game of the season for the South Carolina State Bulldogs of the 2023 college football season on the road at Dick Price Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia to take on the Norfolk State Spartans. It's the final game in the illustrious 22-year Hall of Fame career of South Carolina State head football coach Buddy Pough. Now the Spartans are coached by Dawson Odoms. Last week, they defeated Delaware State 44-21, led by defensive back Teron Mallory, who set a school record with 3 interceptions in that game. 2 years ago, the Bulldogs won the MEAC championship on this same field against Norfolk State, and that win propelled them to the Celebration Bowl and ultimately a win over Jackson State, which gave South Carolina State a national championship. Can the Bulldogs repeat history and send Coach Buddy Pough into retirement with a W in his last game as head football coach? We're about to find out. Coming up next on the Buddy Pough Show. Back to court, gives it to Alex on the right side. Alex bounces it outside into 40, turns the corner into 45, adds to the field into Morgan State territory. 25-20, 15-10, 5. Dixon breaks through the 40, 35-30. Johnny Dixon is 25-20, 15-10, Johnny Dixon 5. Touchdown, Johnny Dixon. He keeps it himself. Devontae Green got wrapped up and gets him on the turf. Norfolk State coach, last game of the season. Tough one to get up for, but let me tell you, they're going to get after you here today.
Oh, I guarantee you they will. And you got a tradition of having a knockdown drag out with these guys toward the end of the year. Last year, it was the last play of the game kind of game, and the year before, we went up here. This will be a knockdown drag out in a way that it'll be entertaining. It'll be an entertaining football game.
When you look at this team, Coach, last week they got 3 interceptions to Ron Mallory, 3 interceptions against Delaware State. They put some points on the board, and they scored 21 straight against North Carolina Central earlier this year. Got back in that game, but then got blowed out.
You know, they've got running backs that can run and wide receivers that can catch and go the distance. So, you know, we got our work cut out for us in a way that we've got to match up with these guys, and we had to score very many points. If we don't score 20 or more points today, they may put the pedal to the metal on us.
Coach, when you look at last week, you really got some good minutes out of Josh Shaw and Tyler Smith, the running back, without Jawan Howard. They stood up last week. I would imagine they're going to anticipate this a little earlier than they did last week.
Yeah, well, both guys, you know, are pretty good running backs. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what those guys do down the road a piece. They're really just redshirt freshmen. So, you know, we've got a big group of guys in that group, and at the same time, they went from 5 to 3 in a hurry. Hopefully we can keep 3 healthy for the game today, because at this point, we're struggling depth-wise.
Coach, I know it's the final game of your career as far as head coach of South Carolina State. Thinking back real quick, I know it's tough before a football game, but got to have some thoughts about your career and this being the last game.
Yeah, it is, and it's been a lot of fun, and, you know, I get an opportunity to mix it up with some really good college football coaches. I've been really pleased with the direction that our league has taken in the last so many years, and I think the league is in great hands. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what our league can do this year against the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl. I can tell you that these guys are up to the challenge, and I've had a great time coaching against them, and I look forward to sitting back now and watching these guys go after each other for the years to come.
Coach, my last question is always going to be, what's it going to take for you today to get a win and walk out of here?
It's always the same. You got to stop the run. You got to run the football. It's pretty simple.
All right, Coach. Best of luck.
All right.
Congratulations.
Bye-bye.
He leads the team 465 yards, but Sapp is back to pass, and Sapp is going for it all. He's got a man wide open at the 35-yard line, caught at the 30. On the reception, all the way deep down in South Carolina State territory is Andre Pegues. He's the leading receiver on this team. In motion is Tolbert. Back to pass. Sapp in trouble. Sapp is going to be sacked. Snap is up, and his kick is up, and it is
right down the middle.
It's good. So Wilcox gets Norfolk State on the board with 10 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Corey settles in the shotgun. Snap it back to him. He hand off up in the middle. Josh Shaw fight forward. Josh, touchdown, 8 yards out. Josh Shaw. So with 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. Our score, South Carolina State 7, Norfolk State 3. Snap it back to Corey. Gives it to Josh and to Tyler inside. Tyler makes a move at the 15 to 10. Tyler to 5. Touchdown, Tyler Smith. So with 12:42 to go here in the first half, it's South Carolina State 14, Norfolk State 3. So Tracy's ready. Bulldogs have about 8 on the line of scrimmage. Tracy gets off the punt, has to do it quickly. And Bailey feels it at the 32. And just as I mentioned, he fumbles the snap. Fumbles the punt, and it's recovered by Norfolk State. Snap, back to Sapp. Sapp looking long. Sapp steps up, flips it out to intercepted. Aiden Weber intercepts it at the 35-yard line. At the 40, Aiden Weber gets his first interception. Snap it back to him, handoff. No, Corey keeps himself over the left side. Corey pushes forward. Oh, football comes loose. And it is taken away from Corey Fields. Jamoran tackles him down. Pistol formation for the Spartans. Play action fake, Sapp rolling to his left. Sapp in trouble. Godboat's got a beat on him. Sapp in trouble again. Sapp fumbles the football. It's fought for. It's recovered by Norfolk. Well, Aiden Weber says South Carolina State, but I think it is recovered by South Carolina State. What a play by the Bulldog defense. And the clock will wind down, and that will be the end of the first half. Our score, South Carolina State 14, Norfolk State 3.
All right, Coach, here Norfolk State, first play of the game on offense. We wanted them on offense. Cameron Sapp goes up top, 55 yards on the first play of the game.
Yeah, that scared me. And they got the ball down close to our goal line. I can tell you the fact that they didn't get it in didn't give me big confidence because I felt like, you know what, when you get that big a play early and don't do much with it, then you got a good thing going on your way.
You know, you start talking about last year, this game was 42-38. They won in our place. But you come back on our first possession, Coach, and you drive it right down the field, and you did it your way on the ground with that offensive line.
It was a good, consistent drive of chunks of yardage offensively in the run game. And when you get that going in a way where you get some confidence, it really gives you a special kind of sensation knowing you can run the football that way.
And then, of course, the second possession for South Carolina State, Coach, you come back again, almost the identical same drive, and you drive it down the field.
It was. I think we might have got a pass play or two in there, but it was mostly running the ball again. So I felt real good going into it. But then from that point, then we got our center hurt a little bit, and we couldn't quite find our way for the rest of the second quarter. But we finally got an adjustment at halftime and got Lee Davis in the game at that point, and that gave us the opportunity to get our run game going again.
One of the things that you're able to do, Coach, from a defensive standpoint, after that first possession, Norfolk State got a couple of opportunities deep in the red zone. Each time you either propelled them or they had a penalty, took themselves back.
Exactly. They had some penalty plays that kind of slowed them down, and then we had some takeaways from them also. We stopped them in the drive or two, too. So it was a good day for our defense. It was a good day for our offense, and it was a good day for our special teams. It was a fun day overall.
You talk about South Carolina State. I thought Patrick Godboat had a huge influence on this game, Coach. When Sapp would try to reverse out, Godboat was always on him, chasing him down.
You're exactly right. Godboat had a couple of nice sacks and takeaways in plays where we had turnovers. We actually had a turnover fest going there for about a series or two. I think they punted to us and we muffed the ball back to them, and then we somehow or another got the ball down close to their goal line, and then we took it back away from them. And then the next play, we fumbled it back to them again. I think Corey was down, for a play or two where, he had maybe, a little bit of a head-to-head kind of action. But eventually we figured it out and got ourselves back to square one, got out of the half, 14-3, and then from there, we came back in the second half strong.
That was the way the first half ended on Saturday. Bulldogs leading Norfolk State by a score 14-3. We'll take a time out here on the Buddy Q Show. We'll come back with more after these messages.
Your home is where your memories live, where you laugh and where you love. We understand the importance of the valuables under your roof, tangible and intangible alike. So no matter what's around the corner, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for nearly 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Hey, South Carolina, you can make a choice for your Medicaid health plan. Choose Healthy Blue. With Healthy Blue, your whole family is covered for free or low-cost checkups and prescriptions, plus eye exams and glasses for kids and adults. Get all this and more from a plan backed by the Cross and Shield. The choice is easy. Get Healthy Blue now at choosehealthybblue.com/SC and get more from Medicaid.
Prisma Health keeps South Carolina hearts beating strong. As the largest cardiovascular provider in the state and home to the only freestanding heart hospital dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of heart disease, we provide the heart care you need. With more innovative treatments like LVAD, more specialists, and more locations closer to you, we're doing even more to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, the heart and vascular experts.
All right, folks, it's time for the Prisma Health Injury Report for the Norfolk State game. Coach, this was a physical football game. We had several players go down during this game. Some were able to come back, some weren't.
You're exactly right. I don't know if we'd be able to play if we had to go out and play again next week, but I sure wish we did. But at the same time, Eric Brown went down, our center, toward the middle of the second quarter. That was a big blow to us because he kind of runs things for us on that side of the ball. And then Keyshawn Toney, our tight end, you're talking about a Bermuda Triangle. Both those guys are key guys in our, scheme of blocking and running the football. So Keyshawn Toney went down with an ankle. And both guys had kind of ankle injuries of sorts. Corey Fields went out for a play or two with a head injury. I think he got hit head to head. I think he got his bell rung for about a second or two. And I thought he was done for the game, but, he got up and thought that he was okay. And then we've gotten Juwan Howell, pretty much on the list now for the rest of the season. That way, we missed him big time. But our running backs really came on strong and patched that gap this day. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what those running backs can do down the road. The next guy that comes in here really has got some good talent in the offensive skill positions.
All right, that is the Prisma Health Injury Report for the game against the Norfolk State Sparks. Now, of course, Food Line sponsors the Sack to Give Back, where every sack the Bulldogs get. They donate 1,000 meals to needy families in the Orangeburg and South Carolina communities. And the Bulldog defense did register a sack, Coach, but when we got pressure on the quarterback all day.
Exactly. We really rushed him really hard. Patrick Godbolt had a clean sack at one point, though. And I'm thinking we may have had another one once we get back and get a chance to look at the film. But right now, we're sure that Godbolt did get one, so we can make sure that we got at least one in the hopper.
Thanks to the folks at Food Line for the Sack to Give Back program. We'll take a break here on the Buddy Pough Show. We'll come back and talk about Saturday's second half and the Bulldogs win over Norfolk State on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.
Life moves fast, and while you're raising future MVPs, it's good to know you've got a teammate with Founders, a partner you can trust to always have your back. With products and services that give you the freedom to focus on the more important things. While you're sharing those moments, remember, we're here for one single reason, to help grow your financial success. So when the game is done, you can relax, because at Founders, our most valuable player is you.
The lottery is not about getting rich. The lottery is about helping people, and it always has been. It was the lottery that helped raise the Great Wall of China, maintain the roads of ancient Rome, and in this country, helped fund a revolution against tyranny. And today, in South Carolina, the revolution continues. But we're not building walls or roads or bridges. We're investing in you. Want to learn more? Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
It was transformational.
It just means the world to me. When I first heard that MUSC was coming to Orangeburg, I was excited.
They have an excellent reputation.
It just felt like our local healthcare system was getting an upgrade.
Having them in this neighborhood, this community, really gives us access to world-class care.
It's close to home.
It's going to stop us from having to travel to Charleston or Columbia.
And that will help save lives.
We're going to have more specialty doctors.
I know it's going to help me create a positive impact on the lives of my patients.
We talk about good quality of life, and that starts with good quality health care.
It provides an opportunity for our young people to be employed in our community and stay in the community.
It's a big deal for us to help attract new families and new growth in our town.
It's a new day.
It's a new day.
It's a new day here in Orangeburg with MUSC.
play action fake. Corey back to pass. Corey throwing. Corey caught. Jordan Smith spins at the 10, at the 5. Jordan Smith, touchdown, South Carolina State. Nice toss. Shotgun formation. Sapp, everybody's tight to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, Sapp. Sapp looking, throws it out in the flat. It is knocked up. Intercepted, Malcolm McGee. They snap it back to Corey, gives it to Josh, end around. And it's bobbled over there by Richard Bailey, but Bailey turns the corner at the 25, up at about the 23-yard line. So Richard Bailey on the end around. That was slow developing. They snap it back to Corey, gives it to Tyler. No, Corey keeps himself trying to get outside. And Corey gets hit at the goal line, fights into the end zone for the touchdown. So with 6:28 to go here in the third, our score, South Carolina State 27, Norfolk State 3. Here comes pressure. And this fumble, Tracy's going to be hit back at the 40-yard line. Josh Shaw back there on the play for South Carolina State. Shotgun snap, play action fake. Corey looked right. Now Corey's throwing right. Wide open, caught. Touchdown, Jordan Smith. And so with 3:22 to go here in the third quarter, our score, South Carolina State 34, Norfolk State 3. Sapp rolling to his right. Sapp throws it out. It is caught. Touchdown, Xavier Evans. So with 59 seconds to go here in the third quarter, our score, South Carolina State 34, Norfolk State 10. Shotgun snap, handoff inside. On the carry, that is, who is that, Bill Hamilton? On the carry for South Carolina State, all the way down to the 25-yard line. We got to go dig down in the roster. 26, Tyler Smith. Snap it back to Corey. Play action fake. Corey throwing a slant. It's caught over there by Nigel Johnson. Johnson spins, gets down to the 1-yard line. Snap it back to Corey, gives it to Tyler. Tyler pushes into the end zone. And so with 14:22 to go here in the ballgame, Bulldogs now 41-10 over Norfolk State as he closes his 22-year head coaching career with South Carolina State. Our final score, South Carolina State 44, Norfolk State 17.
All right, Coach Field, we won the opening toss, gave them the football, which means we begin with possession of the second half. Leading 14-3, you know that's not enough to win this football game. That first possession was so important.
It was big, and we had a nice drive, a mixture of a drive of run and pass, and we got Lee Davis in there at center of the second half. That settled us down up front enough to, to get us going in a way that we could consistently run the football again. So it was a good start for the second half to get it down and get it in, and I think we got it back again and got it in again. So we were up maybe 2 touchdowns more in the second half in the first 2 drives, which really gave us some confidence from that point.
A lot of people contributed to this coaching. We talk about the run game, but the fact that you could pass it successfully this afternoon, and of course, Jordan Smith made some big catches when we needed first downs.
We moved Jordan Smith outside for this game, which gave us a chance to have a consistent threat out there in a way that I knew they were going to catch the football, and a more grown-up kind of guy there. And then we took Richard Bailey and moved him back into his old spot, which was one of the inside receivers. So we had a good mixture of old and new in a way that we could actually know that we had a good pass concept together along with our run game.
Talking about with success on Saturday, Bulldogs are 9 of 12 in third downs. Boy, I tell you what, you can do that all year. You can win some football games.
Well, it was one of those kind of deals where we were just the opposite of what we've been the previous 2 weeks. I think we completed like 7 balls in the previous 2 football games. We had 9 of 11 by one guy today, so it was a lot better feeling, a lot better sensation of what we had, out there as far as the confidence in the fact that we knew exactly where everybody was at and the fact that they were going to catch the football when we got in that direction.
And defensively, you made plays. Aiden Weber came up with an interception.
Exactly. We had a series or 2 there where we were back and forth in turnovers, and Aiden kind of got us back. But I think a play or 2 later, we gave it right back to them. But it was one of those deals where we actually could make sure that we got a good stop from here and there on our defense. We could depend on our defense to stop them whenever we got it, back into our territory, especially in the red zone area. So it was really a good game on both sides of the ball for us.
And, of course, near the end of the ball game, Coach, you get the second Tyler Smith into the ball game. And let me tell you, he was like a kid in a candy store.
Yes.
He went crazy in the second half.
We had been wanting to try to figure out how to get him in. And the fact that we had Jawan out and we needed Josh Shaw to, kind of have a little bit of a break at some point. So we kind of got both those guys, Tyler Smith and Josh Shaw as the running backs that got most of the carries. So we had another quarter left, and we wanted to really give this guy a chance. So we put Tyler Smith in from Barnwell, and he really turned it on. I thought it was a great showing for his last game of the freshman year, and now we can bring him back next year. He's got 4 full years to play. I can tell you that he will really be a bright spot for the next guy coming in.
Bulldogs get the big win over Norfolk State by the score of 44-17. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the season with head coach Buddy Pough after this timeout.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Why do we travel? Why do we fly? Are we called by the excitement of untold adventures in faraway places? Driven to shape the future of our world, or to share our world with future generations? We designed Columbia Metropolitan Airport for you, and her, and them. So when the day arrives for your next journey, we'll be ready to get you there. Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly with ease.
I won the game. You tripped up the goal line.
You told me you won the game.
No, I did. I won the game. I ran it through. I mean,
that's not winning the game.
It was good seeing you, man. We gotta go. Great seeing you guys.
What's wrong?
Oh, I forgot to call us a ride.
Make the right decision before the wrong one haunts you the rest of your life. In South Carolina, it's sober or slammer.
Hi. Hi. Oh, we all just got new smartphones at Cricket. Hi. Hi.
Hola.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at ticketsmarter.com.
All right, Coach Pough, final words you start talking about this past season. Folks have really been kind and really reached out to you to let them know just how they feel about you and your career at South Carolina State.
You're exactly right. We've had some fun relationships over the years, and a lot of those guys have now come back to try to say something good about me. I don't know sometimes if it's true or not, but at the same time, we did have a wonderful affair this past Thursday at the Orangeburg Touchdown Club, and a lot of those guys came back or sent videos and that kind of stuff to give us a chance to kind of reminisce a little bit with what we've done over the years. And I'm looking forward now to maybe settling down and seeing, exactly what's next, in the life and times of Buddy Pough.
All right, so with that, folks, we'll take a time out and go back. There's some other folks that wanted to come by and say something to Coach Pough.
Hey, I want to congratulate Buddy on a fantastic career. He was a mentor to all of us trying to get into business. He had a great Hall of Fame career, and good luck in retirement.
Hey, Coach Pough, man, congratulations on a wonderful career. You gave me an opportunity to continue playing football, and I'm forever be indebted to you. Thank you for everything you've done for South Carolina State University, and good luck in your future endeavors.
Hey, Coach Buddy Pough, man, congratulations on a great career, man. Much love, and enjoy the retired life, man. I'm right behind you, baby.
Just want to congratulate Coach Pough on his retirement, man. He's a legend. It's an honor to coach against him and work with him at the Legacy Bowl. But much success in your future endeavors.
Coach Pough, I just wanted to thank you personally for all that you've done for me in my career. Certainly giving me an opportunity to call plays and coach the quarterbacks at 25 years old. Just a ton of respect for how much care and passion you had for your players, the pulse you had on the team, the impact that you've made not only on the players throughout your career, but the young coaches as well. Ton of wisdom, even to this day, that we apply to our teams here at the University of Florida. So can't thank you enough, Coach, and appreciate you believing in me and giving me an opportunity, and I'll see you around. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Coach, as we wrap this thing up, 250 episodes of the Buddy Pough Show we've done.
Is that right? I can't believe it's been that many.
It's been that many.
Well, I can tell you that they've been fun, every one of them, and I appreciate you guys. We got Troy Davis back behind the camera. I hadn't had, a minute's problem with him from the whole time he's been here. I really thank him. I had Tony Kenyon for years. We got Troy in now. now I got you for all 250 of those episodes. You were for every one of them, huh?
Coach, I know some people you want to say thanks to.
Well, I can tell you that the first thing I want to say thank you to is the South Carolina State fan base, all of the different state club folk and student folk, the Student Government Association, all the different people that you talk about when you start talking about Bulldog football, and just the Orangeburg community as a whole, the South Carolina State fan base from all around the state. It's just been a wonderful time. And then you start talking about our sponsors, the people from Prisma and the people from different guys, the Orangeburg County. We need to go through and do all those, but I want to make sure that we do a good job with Farm Bureau. You just kind of everybody you can think of that's been out there supporting South Carolina State football for all these years and years, the state club. And the great fans that we've had. We've had really good attendance, except for the rain game. And I can tell you that the rain game was really a disappointment because it was Buddy Pugh Day. The Lord said, no, it ain't either. You're going to have to go find another day to do this thing. So we're going to try to do something with the South Carolina State fan base on the 30th of December at SHM. We're going to have a buddy ball. And we want you to come out and dance the night away and enjoy people talking about me. They can say anything they want about me as long as they're paying to get in. And at that point, then we're going to go on about the task of seeing if we can start working on doing some things to improve the facilities around South Carolina State. So I'm looking forward to seeing who's next. And then from there, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do to make his success, as good or better than what we had the time that we're there. So I'm looking forward to the next guy and exactly what all we can do to support him.
Coach, for all of us that have been involved, for all the folks in South Carolina, for all the South Carolina State fans, thank you for what you've brought to this state, this institution. We appreciate you. We love you. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. And let's go Bulldogs.
All right, folks, that's the final episode of the Buddy P Show. Thank you for joining us. And stay tuned for what's up next for South Carolina State, and go Bulldogs.